the one, it's the only, it's the motherfucking General Miguel Magallon! And as always, the president, the founder, the CEO of Magallon Entertainment and leader of the Sports Betting Mexican Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, what up, what up, what up? The General is back in action. The General is back on the podcast, and the General is ready to once again give out all of his NFL bets this weekend, 100% free, 100% transparent, and 100% documented for the world to fucking see. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come back. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I'm going to give you guys all of my plays for Sunday, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Sunday night action, and I'm even going to give you a heads up play and some parlays on the Monday night game, on Monday night action. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to break apart the entire slate, brick by brick, piece by piece, ticket by ticket, and teaser and parlay by teaser and parlay. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, when the General's about to teach you some shit, when the General's about to educate you on shit, and when the General's about to drop some knowledge in this motherfucker, ladies and gentlemen, you get the pens and the motherfucking pads. And let's get ready to take some notes this evening.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this. So, we start off with some Sunday morning football action out there in the Eurozone, out there in the Eurostep, out there in Frankfurt, Germany. I gotta tell you, as someone that's actually been to Frankfurt, Germany, I went there as one of my side missions, my side trips on my way to Afghanistan during my first combat deployment. As someone who's actually been to Europe, someone who's actually visited Germany, someone who actually spent time in Frankfurt, let me tell you, ain't nothing out there. That place fucking sucks. It's a hellhole. It's atrocious. It's boring. Ain't nothing popping off in Frankfurt, Germany. It's just a bunch of angry white people drinking beer on Sunday. That's all that shit is. So nothing special, nothing unique about it, but good for them. They were able to steal one of our games on Sunday. So now everyone's got to wake up at buttfuck 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday just to make sure that their teaser hit or their parlay is still, effective, or that their plays are still in action. No thanks, not for me. I'm not sure why we have to have games out there. Honestly, if it was up to me, I just have more games in Mexico City. I love it when the cameraman be out there looking at everyone's fucking, all these bad bitches that be showing up in the games in Mexico City. Cute face, slim waist with some big ass titties. Y'all see those NBA games out there in Mexico City? You be looking at the cameraman like, I know what he looking at. I know what he trying to zoom in on. I know what he doing. Y'all see these NBA games? They be all over Mexico City, zooming in on them bad bitches. I see them doing. I see what they doing. These cameramen, man, I tell you, they're hilarious. Like, one minute they looking at the action, the next minute they're looking at the other action, if you feel me. Trying to zoom in on them cheeks, tell you what I'm saying. So, anyways, if it was up to me, we should have more football games in Mexico City. I feel like, if they had some more games out there in that one stadium, the Azteca Stadium, and if they had some more Raider games, Cowboy games, Niner games, Eagles games out there in fucking Mexico, whoo, that shit would be fucking cracking. And they should have that game as a Sunday night game somewhere in fucking Mexico. That shit would be badass to me. Not fucking Frankfurt, Germany. Get the fuck out of here. I see enough white people as it is. I don't need to see more of them. Anyways, that's just my opinion. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's start breaking down this Sunday night slate. And we begin Sunday morning with that action, 6:30 in the morning. We have the Indianapolis Colts visiting the quote-unquote Patriots. And that game's going to be at Frankfurt, Germany, 6:30 in the morning on NFL Network, which is good because I think we talked about this last time. I'm getting sick and tired of these games on Prime Video. And you guys know me. Look, I used to be an investor in Amazon. I support Amazon. I think it's a brilliant company. I think it sucks to work for them because all they're going to do is keep investing more money into automation so they can, continue to replace and automate a lot of these workers and these jobs. So it's probably not a great place to work, but it's a great company. It's a great investment for those of you guys who are tuning into my other podcast where we talk about the stock market, but as far as like Prime Video goes, I think that shit is whack as hell. I think that shit's garbage. I hate fucking tuning into Thursday night games on Prime Video. That shit's always glitching. That shit's always on a fucking, it's always, something's fucking up with it. It's always a glitch. It's always a delay. I feel like I'm always missing something. I'd rather just go on ESPN and, fucking refresh the score section. I am not a fan of Amazon Prime. Amazon Video. I love Amazon Prime. I love when that shit gives me next day delivery, sometimes same day delivery. But Amazon Video, that shit's whack. That shit's garbage. Basura. That shit fucking sucks. No thank you for me. And by the way, quick update before we get into the Sunday morning schedule. Recap on Thursday, that Panthers-Bears game. I didn't have a play on it because I didn't care about it. I thought that shit was whack. I thought that shit was garbage. I don't know if anyone actually fucking watched it, but when I looked at the schedule and I was like, Bears, Panthers, man, you gotta be kidding me. They want me to pay to watch that shit? Hell nah. And I don't even have to pay for it. I'm a Prime member, been one for almost 10 years, but still, I was able to watch that shit for free and I still didn't want anything to do with it. I didn't touch it. I didn't watch it. I didn't give a fuck about it. I checked I fucking came home that night, popped up ESPN on the screen, logged into SportsCenter to see what was going on, and all I saw was 13-16. I was like, no thanks. I'm glad I didn't watch it. But as far as my opinion about the Panthers and the Bears, as we move quickly, Panthers, again, I think they're going to lose a fuck ton of games this year. I think they're going to lose a shit ton of games this year, which is good for the Chicago Bears because I think, and that's, by the way, that's not a knock on Bryce Harper. I know a lot of people are trying to defend him and they're not trying to put the blame on him. They're kind of like, they're aware. I think most people are aware that the Panthers roster is just garbage. I don't even know how to judge the team. I don't even know how to judge the roster. Like, can I even say that the coach is a dumbass? Does the offensive coordinator need to go? Does the defensive coordinator need to get fired? Like, it's hard to evaluate these teams because they have nothing on the roster to evaluate to begin with. The receiving core sucks. The offensive line's fucking garbage. The defense is all right. Honestly, it's not like the defense has been giving up 40 every game. Let me take a look at their schedule. I don't think I know the Panthers are losing, but they're not giving up a shit ton of points. Like, they lost the season opener 24-10. That's not bad. That's a decent defensive performance. They lost 2017 to the Saints. Again, only gave up 20. They lost 37-27 to the Seahawks. Okay, that was bad, but they lost 2013 to the Vikings. Not too bad. Detroit and Miami both put up 42 on that ass. Not great. But then they beat the Texans 15-13. They lost to the Colts 27-13. And then they lost again 16-13. So, I get it. The Dolphins and the Lions both put up 42 on that ass. But those are both really great offensive teams. And the Seahawks 37-27. I think they're kind of an underrated teams at time. So, I don't know. I don't think the defense is that bad. I'm not saying they're elite. But I'm not saying the reason they're losing is because of the defense. Everyone knows it's because of this offense. So, but it's hard to judge Bryce Young. Fuck Bryce Harper. But yeah, it's hard to judge Bryce Young because it's like, dude, like, are you kidding me? You guys ever seen his games? He has no receivers. They can't get separation. These guys are fucking slow. These guys fucking suck. These guys are getting burned by DBs. Offensive line is just atrocious. The running backs, you know what I mean? Fumble everywhere. You got to be kidding me. So, yeah, in terms of the Panthers and in terms of Bryce Young, I don't really have a strong opinion. The only thing I know is that these guys are probably going to continue to keep losing, and the Chicago Bears are going to continue to keep winning because the more the Panthers lose, the more the Bears win. Because right now, the Bears, they have the Panthers' first overall pick in the upcoming draft. You know what I mean? Plus, I think they have another team's first round pick. So yeah, I think the Bears are probably going to get two really high draft picks because the Panthers only have one win and now the Bears only have three. So they're probably going to get two out of the top 5 picks in the NFL draft. We'll see if they end up getting Caleb Williams, what they do with Justin Fields' ass. Again, it's hard to gauge really Justin Fields because a lot of people are wondering if his offensive coordinator is also a dumbass. Is it hard to evaluate him based on his receivers? But again, Justin Fields actually has some good receivers. Justin Fields actually has some weapons on the field. I'm not saying his roster's elite. I'm not saying he's on a loaded roster. But damn, he has more fucking weapons than Bryce Young has. That's for sure. So I don't know if they end up getting the number 1 overall pick. I don't think it would surprise me if they move on from Justin Fields and just try to get Caleb Williams. But if they don't get the number 1 pick and they get the number 2 overall pick or the 3rd pick or the 4th overall pick, do they still go out and draft a new QB? Or are they looking at getting, the best offensive lineman in college football? Or do they get the fastest wide receiver in college football? Or, you know what I mean? Like, what are they doing with those 2 draft picks if they don't get the number 1 pick? Again, will they still look to draft a new QB? Or will they look to boost up the roster and, you know what I mean? Get the best offensive lineman or the fastest wide receiver in college football? Or would they trade those picks away and basically trade down because there are a lot of there's a lot of teams in this NFL draft. And you guys know I've been talking about this for months now and months on the podcast. Pretty much every NFL clip I record now, I always mention this. But this is the deepest NFL, quarterback draft in probably the last 15 years. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying all these kids are elite. I'm not saying they're all going to be Hall of Famers. What I'm saying is there's probably 6 to 9 QBs that are going to get taken in the first round this year. And, it just is what it is. This is the most stacked, the most lottery-filled NFL draft I've seen in years, probably the last 10 to 15 at least, right? Everyone knows Caleb Williams for real, but there's a lot of other guys. That Bo Nix kid coming out of Oregon, that Hewers kid coming out of Texas, Shadur Sanders, who the hell knows if he's going to come back. Everyone says he is. We'll see. You got the kid coming out of Florida State. There's a lot of young, up-and-coming college QBs, and a lot of them probably are going to go in the first round because if you're a GM, when it comes to a quarterback right now, you always want to have that 5th-year rookie option on their contract, that rookie contract. You always want to have that 5th-year option. That way you can continue to load the roster and hopefully win a Super Bowl for all you know, while they're on that rookie contract, just like they did with Russell Wilson, just like they almost did with Cam Newton, just like they're trying to do with Brock Purdy, just like they almost did with Jalen Hurts, just like the Chiefs did with Mahomes, right? It's a lot easier to build a roster around somebody when they're barely making enough money. You know what I mean? So, it's just math, you know what I mean? Or as I say, this is just business. So, with that being said, we'll see what happens with Chicago. We'll see what happens with Chi-Town. And we'll see what, goes on out there. If they end up drafting a new QB and replacing Justin Fields, or if they end up trading those picks away and just trading down and getting more picks, and getting a shit ton of picks in the second round. But again, they need more offensive linemen. They need more, fast receivers and, hopefully a strong run game. Maybe they should be the ones out here trying to trade for Jonathan Taylor in the offseason. Who knows? But again, wouldn't surprise me if they move on from Justin Fields because, Chicago, I know them people. They're impatient sometimes. People in general are impatient. You know what I mean? They want everything fucking instantaneous these days. It just is what it is, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens with the Bears, but I think they're in a great position to succeed. Again, they have the Panthers number 1 overall pick this season. And we'll see. We'll see what happens with these guys, man. We'll fucking see. So, anyways, that's enough of that. So, moving on. Sunday morning, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the New England Patriots. Who's going to win this game? I'm going to tell you, don't know, don't care. I am done with Mac Jones. I've been saying this since the season started. Actually, before the season started. Remember what I said about Mac Jones? I said, fuck this dude, man. He's a dumbass. I don't like him. Never did. Never was. Never been a fan. Never wanted him. I think Nick Saban needs to pay a fine for convincing Bill Belichick that this dude could lead the New England offense. I get it. Mac Jones coming from Alabama, Nick Saban, very similar, culture to, what they got going on, out there in New England with the Patriots. But still, man, I have never been a fan of Mac Jones, never was, never will be, and I think they're going to replace him in the offseason, and they need to draft a new QB immediately. I probably said this for like 6-7 consecutive weeks now, and I'll continue to say it. The New England Patriots, in my opinion, should not fire Bill Belichick. The New England Patriots, in my opinion, should not fire Bill Belichick. What the New England Patriots should do with this offseason is get a new quarterback for Bill Belichick, and then give it 1 or 2 more years, and then if he still can't get it done, then you fire him. But I think it's fucked up to basically, and I know he's made a lot of other bad decisions, but I would love to see Bill Belichick with a young QB who actually has a cannon for an arm, or who is very elusive with his feet. Again, I think a match made in heaven, the perfect situation for me would be for the New England Patriots to draft either Bo Nix coming out of Oregon or the Hewers kid coming out of Texas. I think either one of them would be a beast in the New England Patriots offense, because both of them would give Bill Belichick something he's never had in his entire career. And that is a quarterback with a cannon in his offense. Because think about it, Bill Belichick has never had a quarterback with a cannon for an arm. Let's be honest. Did Tom Brady really have a cannon? Not really. Did what's the other guy? Jimmy Garoppolo, did he have a cannon? Not really. What is it? Brissett. Did Brissett have a cannon for an arm? Kinda, not really. Right? Mac Jones, does he have a fucking cannon? This motherfucker doesn't even have a fucking pea shooter. This motherfucker out here going pew, 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 pew. This motherfucker, pinche sangano, pinche wey, pinche maricón. I can't stand this bitch ass, man. So, honestly, if you look at Bill Belichick's coaching career, you have to be honest with yourself, America. You have to ask yourself this question. And in my opinion, the answer is no. But ask it to yourself. Has Bill Belichick ever had a quarterback in his offense who had a cannon for an arm? Has he ever? I mean, even when he had Cam Newton past his prime. Jimmy Garoppolo, no. Brissett, not really. Tom Brady, let's be honest. Right? Like, has he ever had a fucking QB in his offense with a quarterback who had a cannon for an arm? Not really. So I would love to see him get a kid like Bo Nix or a kid like, Hewers out of Texas. I would love to see him get one of these, really high coveted, QBs coming out of college football who are going to end up being a beast one day. And I think they can run his offense. So I would look for something like that. Again, I think Bo Nix would be the perfect QB in a Bill Belichick-led offense with the New England Patriots. I would love to see Bo Nix out there in New England. I think he would change the franchise. He would turn the whole thing around. But unfortunately, we'll see. Hopefully they keep Bill Belichick, because again, I know he's made a lot of other bad decisions with coordinators and coaching and roster moves. I get it. I really do. But to me, I feel like he deserves at least 1 or 2 more years, and then you can cut him from the team. I would let him draft one more QB, just one more. I'm not saying you need to give him a 5-year max contract. I'm not saying you need to give Bill Belichick 10 more years. I'm saying I would let him draft one more QB, just one, and I would give it 1 or 2 seasons just to figure out if Bill Belichick can turn it around. He just needed a different QB and not Mac Jones's dumbass. And so we'll see. We'll see what New England does in the offseason. We'll see what they do with Bill Belichick's, career and his coaching contract and his, position on the team. And, we'll see what they end up doing in the NFL draft. And then next up, the Colts, Anthony Richardson hurt. I told you guys, he is basically a miniature dumbass Cam Newton. He's not as big as Cam Newton. He's not as strong as Cam Newton. I don't really think he's as fast as Cam Newton, but the motherfucker wants to run like Cam Newton. And what I mean by that is the thing that annoys me about Anthony Richardson before he got hurt, and even in the preseason, is this motherfucker would run around like a little fucking miniature Cam Newton, and every time he would run, this bitch would never fucking slide anywhere. He would always dive in head first, like a fucking dumbass. And I'm like, bro, even in the preseason, I was looking at this dude, I'm like, why are you not sliding? Why do you not get down? Why do you just insist on always getting hurt? Even in the preseason, he was letting linebackers pack a lick on him. Just clack, clack. And this motherfucker get back up like, oh yeah, it ain't none, yeah, I'm not a bitch, yeah, hit me, so what? I'm like, bro, you trying to act so tough on the football field. You is not built to be a fucking franchise. You are built to be a fucking running back. Get the fuck out of here. I can't stand it when QBs just refuse to slide. They want to get that extra 2-3 yards. Like, bro, unless you're trying to get into the end zone, if you're over here on the 20-30 yard line and you're trying to pick up an extra 4 yards and you take a lick like that, bro, it only takes one hit to end your career. Get the fuck down. You're not diving towards the pylon. Get the fuck down and sit down somewhere. Instead, he always trying to get that extra fucking 2 yards. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck if we got the first down or not? That's not worth you risking your career or your life. And this motherfucker just refused to learn. Every time I saw him on the football field, every time I tuned into the preseason, here comes Anthony Richardson diving in head first to a fucking NFL linebacker, an NFL free safety, an NFL DB, every fucking time, just diving head first, like a fucking dumbass, just like Cam Newton used to do. And it's just like, bro, learn from the dudes, behind you. Learn from the dudes, who put this on film before you. Like, dude, you're going to get hurt if you're always diving in head first into a fucking big-ass DB, a big-ass linebacker, a big-ass free safety running full speed right at you, and you're trying to dive in head first towards their knee. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? So I'm not a fan of Anthony Richardson. I don't think he's going to last long in this league. Minshew now, he's fucking running the game. He's running the show, whatever. Jonathan Taylor, I hope they continue to feed him and get him the ball more. But as far as this game's concerned, I don't really care. If I had to lean one way or another, I'm probably going to lean the Patriots on the money line, but it's tough for me. Honestly, this is probably a stay-away game for me. I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Belichick wins this game out there in Frankfurt, Germany, because this team is not an elite team. The Colts isn't. But at the same time, like, I feel like the Patriots are, like, kind of giving up because they know Mac Jones is just a dumbass. So it's kind of a tough game for me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you take the under, because the Colts do love to run the ball and the Patriots are going to play really good defense. Mac Jones isn't going to put up a ton of points. What's the over-under at right now? It's around 43. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing goes and hits the under. 43, that's a tough one. That's a really low-scoring game. But, again, the fucking Colts love to run the fucking football. And the Patriots aren't going to give up a big run. They're not going to give up a big touchdown. They're going to make you earn everything inch by inch. You know what I mean? Brick by brick. And on the other side, the Patriots, they're going to run the ball. Mac Jones, he's not going to beat you deep. So, honestly, I could see this game. You know what I mean? Red zone defense, will be pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. If anything, I lean the under. If anything, I'm looking at making this a teaser, 7-point teaser. You got the over-under right now at around 43.5, maybe 43, 42 by the time the game starts. If I can get this on the 7-point teaser under 49.5, I think that would be the play to me. Get a 7-point teaser and get this shit under 49.5. That would be the play for me. All right, moving on. Let me see what I teased this with. Next one. You got Washington Commanders, actually. I think that's the next game right here I see. And I think that'd be the game I put the teaser on. So you have Washington Commanders going at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks, starting to come alive. It feels like they always have a letdown game. But I tell you what, Seattle plays really fucking good at home. Yeah, they play really fucking good at home. Let me check their schedule. They have one loss at home. That was against the Rams when the Rams offensive line was actually healthy. They lost on the road at the Bengals. They lost on the road at the fucking, they lost on the road against the Ravens last week. I feel like that was a humiliation. I feel like that was an embarrassment. And I feel like fucking, Seattle just got romped that game. So yeah, to me, I look at that setup. And I say, you know what? I think I'm fucking with Seattle to beat the Washington Commanders. And let me see, what was the Washington Commanders last game? They beat the Patriots on the road 20-17. Yeah, this is a whole different team. So they're basically flying across the whole fucking country to go play in Seattle now. Yeah. I don't know. I know Ron Rivera is basically coaching for his job now, and everyone said he's going to get fired. We'll see. I think a lot of people want to see Bieniemy, be a head coach in this league because, oh my gosh, he's the reason Patrick Mahomes was so successful. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not saying Bieniemy is a bad guy. I'm not saying he's a dumbass. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be a head coach, but I feel like they're just trying to do Ron Rivera dirty. I think that's a good guy right there, even though I think I think he needs to upgrade and start learning how to run a new NFL offense because I feel like he's still trying to run, the team the way teams used to run back in the 80s. You know what I mean? So I feel like Ron Rivera, maybe he should take like a year away or 2 years off from coaching, and he needs to just go on the sideline somewhere, or go into the NFL booth. Kind of like what's that fat fuck out there in Dallas? McCarthy's dumbass, kind of like he, quote unquote, supposedly took a year off of football, after the fucking Green Bay Packers let him go. And he said all he did was study college offenses and try to figure out what he can take from the college game and the NFL game. And he was taking notes on McVay and taking notes on Kyle Shanahan and the Niners. And he was doing all this studying, going back in the lab, trying to figure out how he can make an offense more elite and all this other bullshit. He convinced Jerry Jones's dumbass to fucking hire him. Yeah, maybe that's what Ron Rivera needs to do. Because I feel like they're going to do him dirty at the end of the season and they're going to fire him because everyone wants to see Bieniemy be the guy now. We'll see. But if my advice to Ron Rivera would be say, fuck it. If they're going to fire you, let them fire you. Collect the money because I think he still has 2 years, 2 years left on his contract. So if they're going to pay you for the next 2 years, no matter what, if they fire you, you might as well just fucking, go into the booth, cover the Monday night games or Sunday games or, you know what I mean? Go out there to ESPN, go to Fox fucking Sports, do whatever. Go to CBS, ABC. There's a ton of networks that would love to have you. And I would love to see Ron Rivera as an analyst for both, college football and professional football. And watch him just go back into the lab, pen in the pad, take notes, study, figure out all these unique, creative, different type of, different type of offenses that you can run in college and in the pros. And then that way, hopefully, when he gets another shot one day, whether it's a year and a half, 2 years from now, he can come back as a defensive coordinator or as an offensive coordinator. And I think he'll get another shot one day because Ron Rivera is a good guy. A lot of players love him. A lot of players swear by him. And, I don't think he's a bad coach. I just think he needs to sit down somewhere and take some fucking notes on how an NFL offense should be run and should be ran in the year 2023. Because I feel like sometimes he be running shit like he's back in the 80s. So, I don't know. Good guy, though. I understand what they're trying to do with Bieniemy. But at the same time, I think we all see the writing on the wall. We know they're probably going to let him go in the offseason. If not before that. We'll fucking see. But in terms of this game right here, on the road, going to Seattle coming off that blow-off loss, got that ass beat, got that pussy beat, got the brakes beat off that shit, man. I think they're going to come back with a vengeance, coming back to the motherfucking crib. And, I think they're going to bounce back from that game. Because you got to remember, the Seahawks, didn't Seattle go to Detroit a couple weeks ago? And they got the shit beat out of them in Detroit, or I think that was Detroit. I forgot who it was. They had like a bad loss, and everyone was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" So, oh yeah, that was the Ravens game, and then the Bengals game. So I don't know. They bounced back. They bounced back from losses. They haven't lost back-to-back games this season. I just noticed that. I'm looking at their schedule. They haven't lost back-to-back games this season, and I don't think this is where it's going to get started. I think they're going to beat the Commanders at home at the crib. I don't trust that 7-point line just because there could always be a backdoor, especially with Bieniemy's ass. So I don't want to deal with it. So instead, this is where I'm going to do the 7-point teaser. Give me the under on the Colts at Patriots. Out there in Frankfurt, Germany. Get out of here. I think it's 42.5. Let me get that shit to 49.5. And then the Seahawks -6. Let me get the Seahawks +1. And there you go. That's my play of that's my teaser of the week right there. Seahawks +1. Patriots under 49.5. On the game over under on the total. And there you go. 7-point teaser. Free. All right, next up. Let's move on. Texans at Bengals. Man, I got to tell you, this one is interesting to me. Texans are on a roll. People love the Texans. People are hyping up the Texans. Everyone's talking about CJ Stroud this, CJ Stroud that. And I'm going to be honest, I was wrong. I was not a believer to start the season. I faded them against the Ravens. I made money. I faded them against the Jags. I lost money. And for the most part, I've been staying away from most of their games. I dodged them in week 2 against Indianapolis. I avoided them week 4 against the Steelers. I avoided that game, them against the fucking Saints, and them against Atlanta, and them against the Packers. I've just been avoiding a lot of their games because I just don't trust their offensive line. But when their offensive line is strong and healthy, CJ Stroud, he over here convincing people he might be MVP. I mean, CJ Stroud has been active. He is putting up numbers. He looked like he playing Madden. He looked like he meant to fucking be. And I think a lot of people are praising his head coach, the guy that they got from the 49ers. Look, it's a good team, man. I'm not saying it's a bad team. And look, I've been wrong about the Bengals too, because this is another team, that I've been semi-wrong on. I was very worried about that Joe Burrow calf injury. I was talking about that shit since week 1, and he's come out and, he's proved something to me. He is out here. He is playing like fucking, like he's a fucking MVP now ever since he got that bye week. They beat the Ravens. Yeah, they lost to the Titans, but you know what? They beat the fucking Arizona Cardinals. They beat the Seahawks. They beat the 49ers. They beat the Buffalo Bills. So to me, this could be a letdown game facing the fucking, Houston Texans, but it's a tough one to me. I would say if I had to lean one way or another, let me pop up that schedule one more time. I'm leaning to taking the Bengals to cover the -6.5, and I think they're going to win by 7. And the reason is, I'm looking at the Houston Texans schedule. They lost to the Ravens, which was a good team. They lost to a Colts, which is not a good team. They beat the Steelers. To me, the Steelers ain't shit. They beat the Jags. That was a good game to me, even though that's a divisional opponent, I believe. So, I don't know. But they beat the Saints, not a good team to me. They lost to the to Atlanta Falcons, not a good team to me. They lost to the Panthers, not a good team to me. They lost to the... They beat the Buccaneers, which is a semi-good team to me. That it's just a bad division, honestly. They haven't really proven to me that they have what it takes to beat an elite team. And I think right now Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals are playing like one. They're playing like an elite team. And again, it looks like Joe Burrow is finally healthy. So to me, I look at it from that perspective, where this is kind of like an 8-8 team. But they haven't really proven convincingly that they have what it takes to be an elite team, a juggernaut, a top 5, a power 5, a really good team. And the Bengals have. The only issue with the Bengals is you're worried this is a letdown game because they just got beating the Niners. They beat the Buffalo Bills. They're beating the fucking Seahawks. Like, you know what I mean? They're beating all these good teams, and now they're facing a team that on paper is not supposed to be good. But, who knows? Maybe they pull off the upset. But for me right now, I'm liking this 6.5. By the way, I also like the over. Over 46.5, you got to be kidding me. I like the over a lot. I might take that on a teaser, but I also like the Cincinnati Bengals on the spread, and I like them on the money line. So more on that. But right now I'm leaning Bengals. We'll see how I play it. Stand by. Saints at Vikings. This is tough, man. Saints at Vikings. You guys know me. I don't fuck with Derek Carr. Fuck Derek Carr, this bitch-ass motherfucker, man. Can't stand this bitch-ass fool. But, I don't know, man. Vikings, this is a tough one. This might be a stay-away game for me, honestly. Let me see. Josh, they're talking about Josh Dobbs, as, da-da-da-da-da. I'm reading the notes right now. Yeah, I feel like Josh Dobbs is like, he's getting all this hype and everyone really likes him and da-da-da-da-da, and he has what it takes and da-da-da-da-da, and everyone in the locker room likes him and everyone, trusts him and this and that and this other shit, and Alvin Kamara saying he's hot right now, and you know what I mean? Like, it feels like he has a lot of momentum, but I don't know, man. Do I take them right here? What's the spread again? I'm looking at the spread right now. New Orleans -3. Damn. This is probably going to be a stay away game for me. Yeah, we'll probably put stay away. Yeah, I'm going to stay away. This would be a game where the Saints are favored by 3 and watch them only win by 1. Like, this is one of those type of games. So I'm staying away from the Vikings. I want to lean on Josh Dobbs, but it's tough for me. If you guys want to take them on the money line, you can. But to me, this is just a stay-away game for me. Packers and Steelers, that's another one. It's probably a stay-away game for me. I don't like a lot of games this week. Titans at Buccaneers, 3-point spread. Stay-away game for me. San Francisco Jags, this is my favorite game. I know the 49ers have been letting people down for the last 3 consecutive weeks. 4. They had a bye week, but they're coming off a bye week. Give me the San Francisco 49ers -3. There's a lot of teams there's a lot of games where it's -3, and I can tell you, I can sit here and be like, oh yeah, take the fucking Saints -3, or Pittsburgh -3, or Tampa Bay -3, or the Falcons -3, or Detroit minus, like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to know what my favorite -3 is right now? How about we just take all that money you were going to put on all those other games, and let's just call it what it is. Give me the motherfucking San Francisco 49ers. I can't believe they lost 3 games in a row. They haven't won a game in a month. They're getting Debo back. Maybe Trent Williams comes back to play. Jaguars, they're a team that beat up on a lot of bad teams, but every time they play a good team, they always fucking fold. So, outside of the fucking Bills. Yeah, give me the San Francisco 49ers to me. Give me the fucking 49ers -3. Fuck that Steelers game. That's a trap game. Fuck the Bucks game. Nobody cares about it. And then fuck the Saints game. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that shit. Let me just tell you the -3 that matters to me. It's the San Francisco 49ers -3 against the fucking Jags. There you go. Put all the money you were going to put on that Saints game, Packers game, Titans games, Bucks, Steelers, Vikings, all that shit. Just roll it up into one fucking blunt and fucking smoke that shit. Give me the fucking 49ers. Give me everything on it. 49ers -3. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns at the fucking Ravens. I want to take... Damn. That's a tough one. I hate the -6. The Browns are fucking, you know what I mean? Everyone's talking about their defense, and they have the best defense in football, and all this other fucking shit. And you know what I mean? Deshaun Watson's got to show up, even though I don't believe in his shit. They just beat the fucking Cardinals 27-0, but they lost to the Seahawks the week before that, 24 dub. Defense travels. Lamar Jackson has not looked good when he's played really good defenses. That's something that stuck out to me. To me, this is a stay away game. I want to stay away from this one. I actually like the Cincinnati Bengals more than I like the Ravens to cover a 6.5. So this is a stay away game for me. I'm staying away from that one as well. Again, I don't really like a lot of games this week. Last week, I bet every single game on the board, and I bet the money line on the underdog. Last week, I bet the underdog money line on every single fucking team, and I think I cashed out like fucking massive profits. So yeah, to me, this is a stay away week. Just don't really like a lot of games on the board. That's just me. Next one. What do we got? Falcons, Cardinals, kiss my ass. Lions at Chargers. I really like the Lions on this one. If there's a -3 that I almost like more than the 49ers, it would be the fucking Lions at Chargers. Lions -3. And I'm going to be honest. The more I think about it, the more I just want to say, give me Lions -3 as my best fucking -3 on the board. And I want to take the Niners as my favorite one, but I love the fucking Lions in this situation. These are probably like 2 of my favorite bets all week. Right? I like that teaser I gave you guys to start off the clip. That Seahawks +1 for and then Patriots under 49.5. That's probably my 4th favorite bet this week. I think the Bengals covering 6.5. That one's tough, but I would do Bengals money line with San Francisco money line or -3. It doesn't really matter to me. That would probably be like my 2nd favorite bet of the week. So that teaser is my 4th favorite. And then this parlay, Bengals money line with 49ers -3. That's probably my 2nd favorite. You can take the 49ers on the money line, or you can take the 49ers -3. It doesn't matter. But I'll take the Bengals on the money line. And then another one that's in my top 5 plays, top 4 plays of the week, I would look at the Lions. That one actually might be my favorite play of the week. It might be my favorite play of the week. So yeah, let's add that up there. Lions -3. That's probably my favorite play of the week. And that's just me being honest. Just because I feel like Chargers are fucking overrated, and I think Stanley is the worst head coach in the league, and I think the Jags actually have a good offense. The Jags actually have a good team. The Chargers aren't a good team to me. I think they're overrated. I think they're super fucking overrated. They played 2 bad teams. They played the Bears and they played the Jets. Get the fuck out of here. I think Detroit, and by the way, they came back all the way from New York. I think Detroit's going to hammer them. I think Detroit's going to get them. Detroit -3. That's my favorite play of the week right there. Mark that down. And then let me see what else. I want to give you guys 5 plays this week, at least 5. Last week I gave you guys like 15, plus I gave you some NBA bets. This week is going to be a little bit more slim, a little bit more tight, but we're going to try to be more effective, like scout snipers in Afghanistan, you feel me? So yeah, I like the Lions -3 there a lot. That's probably my favorite. Giants at Cowboys. Okay, whatever. Cowboys fucking minus 17. Everyone thinks they're gonna win and shit. Let's see. Let me see. I have some notes on here. Yeah, I don't really care about this game. Honestly, if you want to do a player, to me, this is probably like player props and game props. I would take the over on the amount of sacks that are going to be, that the Dallas Cowboys are going to get, and I would bet the over on interceptions. To me, this is probably like a game prop, player prop game to me. Give me the over on sacks, give me the over on interceptions, and then what is the over under on the game? 38.5. Ooh, I actually like the over. Fuck that shit. Give me the over, and this is another teaser to me. You guys want another teaser? Fuck it. I'll give you 2 teasers this week. That over under is at 38.5, right? Check this out. Give me the Dallas. I'll give you a teaser. So the spread's right now 17, right? 17.5. I might regret this. Give me the Dallas Cowboys minus 10. And on the over-under, give me over 32.5. Because right now the over-under is around 38. I think the over-under right now is around 38. Let me check that shit. Yeah, it's 38.5. So if you do a 7-point teaser right now, you can get the over-under at around over 31, over 32. And then you can get Dallas Cowboys minus 10. To me, that's the teaser I really want to get. Give me the Dallas Cowboys minus 10 and get me the over-under over 31.5, because I think the Cowboys are probably going to score 14 points on their defense and 17 points on their offense. And you know what I mean? Like, I think, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I think the Cowboys are going to score a couple TDs here, not just by their offense. I think they're going to score a couple on defense. So to me, this game could easily be 42-0, 49-0, 56-0. You know, just like opening week. So give me Dallas Cowboys minus 10, and then give me the over on this game, over 32.5. I fucking love that shit. All right, so that's an in-game teaser right there. Top 5 plays of the week. So there you have it. Let me give you one more before I get out of here. Jets Raiders, that's a stay away game for me. Ooh, that's a good one though. Jets at Raiders, that new coach, man. The Raiders are fucking active. The Raiders are fucking hype. Raiders looking good to me. Oh man, that's some fucking momentum for that ass. And by the way, I love the Raiders backup. The Raiders backup is sick to me. I like him. I like the backup quarterback here, man. McCullen, whatever. Yeah, I like him. Josh Jacobs is happy. Devontae Adams is happy. The team is happy. The team is hyped up. The city's on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta do this. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get the Raiders on the motherfucking money line this week. I can't believe I said it, but I said it. I'ma do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Vegas, stand up. Raiders is the play to me. Ladies and gentlemen, put some motherfucking money on the Raiders this week. I can't believe I said that, but I gotta do it. Ladies and gentlemen. Give me money on the motherfucking Raiders. Oh my God, it's gotta happen though. Yep, that's the play to me. Raiders, money line, plus 110. And wait, there's more. I got more money line action on that ass. Ladies and gentlemen, right here, right now, Monday Night Football, Denver Broncos at the bitch ass Buffalo Bills. Say no mas. Ladies and gentlemen, give me some money on the Broncos this week. Fuck the Bills. Fuck Josh Allen and fuck Bills Mafia. Give me the fucking Denver Broncos on that ass. Hell no, I can't stand that bitch ass team. Nah, I'm good. Broncos had an off week. They got time to fucking sit down, figure their lies, play with their pussy, make sure their pussy don't hurt. Nah, Broncos better come with that action. Broncos better come with that heat. Broncos better fucking show up and deliver. Give me plus 300, plus 250, plus 200, plus 300, whatever you get that shit at. You know? Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. By the way, the Broncos haven't beaten a good team all year. They lost to the Raiders. They lost to Washington. They lost to Miami. They beat the Bears. Who gives a fuck? They lost to the Jets. They lost to the Chiefs twice. They beat the Packers. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no, they beat the Chiefs. Actually, yeah, so they have beaten a good team. My bad, I forgot. They've been off. They had a bye week, so I forgot about that. Yeah, they beat the Chiefs. Man, if they can beat the Bills, wouldn't that be something? You know what? Yeah, give me the Denver Broncos on the money line. Nah, fuck this shit. Give me the Denver Broncos on the money line. I think that shit's going to be around plus 250, plus 300. Yeah, you can get that shit at plus 300. That should be tight to me. But if you can get at least plus 250, Denver Broncos money line, that is my sixth and final play this week. I like the Denver Broncos on the money line. I like the Raiders on the money line. So that's two upsets this week. I gave you guys an in-game teaser. I told you guys Dallas Cowboys minus 10. And then the game, give me the over 31, 32, 33, whatever. I think that's going to hit as well. That's my third play this week. Then I told you guys the Lions minus 3. That's a straight up bet to me. Give me the 49ers minus 3. That's also a straight up bet to me. And then give me one more teaser. Give me the Patriots Colts game on the under. And let me get the Seahawks plus 1. That's another teaser. So I gave you guys what? 2 straight bets, 2 teasers, and 2 money line upsets. Damn, that shit sound fire to me. I gave you 2 teasers, 2 straight bets, and 2 money line upsets this week. Hell yeah. Let me say that one more time. Let me just make sure we're all on the same page. So my 2 straight up bets of the week. Number 1, Lions, probably my favorite bet this week. My second favorite is the 49ers, minus a 3. So Lions minus 3, Niners minus 3. Those are my 2 straight bets. Then my two money line upsets would be Raiders money line, Broncos money line. Plus, I think one's plus 110 and the other one's plus 250. Right? So 2 money line upsets and then 2 teasers. The first teaser is the Sunday morning. Give me the Colts, Patriots under and get that under from 49.5. And let me get it to, no, excuse me, it was under 42. Let's get this shit to like under 49.5. And then let me get the Seahawks plus 1. And then the other teaser is in that Giants Cowboys games. And let me get the Dallas Cowboys minus 10. And let me get the over under on that. Instead of 38, let me get it to over 31.5. And then last but not least, if you guys want some player props or game props, let me get the Cowboys game. And I want the over on everything. I want the over on sacks. I want the over on fumbles. I want the over on interceptions. And then Dak Prescott, let me get the over on TDs. And let me get the over on yards. Let me get the over on fucking rush. Let me get the over on everything. I think it's going to be a massacre. I think that shit's going to be fucking 49 to like 13. So let me get that shit right there. All right. So those are all the games for me right there. 6 bets, 6 shots, 2 straight bets, 2 teasers, and 2 fucking money line upsets. What more you guys want from me? Oh, I know. How about we give you some fucking NBA basketball too while we're at it? Let's see. We got any basketball going on tomorrow? Yeah, we do. Let me see. I don't know what the spreads are going to be, but I think the Lakers are going to beat the Trailblazers tomorrow. I think the Warriors are going to beat the Timberwolves tomorrow. I think the Suns are going to beat the Thunder tomorrow. I think the Spurs are going to beat the Heat tomorrow. I think the Pelicans are going to beat the Mavericks tomorrow. And that's probably it for me. Yeah, those are the only games I really like on the schedule tomorrow. So tomorrow night, there's like 5 games in basketball. The Mavericks Pelicans, I got the Pelicans. Heat Spurs, I got the Spurs. Thunder Suns, I got the Suns. Timberwolves Warriors, I got the Warriors. Lakers and versus Trailblazers in LA at home at the motherfucking pad. Give me the fucking Los Angeles Lakers. And then, and again, I don't know what the spreads are going to be because the spreads aren't out yet. So I can't give you guys like to take the spread or to take a teaser or, you know what I mean, parlay. I'm just telling you who I think is going to win straight up. And I think straight up, I think that's what's probably going to play out. By the way, Nuggets, I think the Nuggets win tomorrow. I think the 76ers win tomorrow. So that's 7 games in the NBA. That's 15 bets already. So I think Clippers win tomorrow. I think Nuggets win tomorrow. I think Pelicans win. I think Spurs win. I think Suns win. I think Warriors win. I think Lakers win. If you guys want to know which ones are my favorite, I think my favorite ones, honestly, I like them all equal. So I wouldn't do any parlays and I wouldn't do any teasers. I would just bet the spreads or I would bet the money line, depending on who's favored. But I like the Lakers tomorrow. depending on the spread, depending on the fucking money line. You guys are going to have to figure that out. But I like the Lakers tomorrow. I like the Warriors. I like the Suns. I like the Spurs. I like the Pelicans. I like the 76ers. And I like the Nuggets on the road. So 6 out of 7 are at home. Only one of them's on the road, and that's the Nuggets. But you know what? Stay away from that Nuggets game. Now that I think about it, I don't really trust it because Murray is out for the rest of the month. And the Rockets might pull off the upset. You know what? If you guys want an upset on NBA action, give me the Rockets instead. I think the Rockets are the sleeper team. So there you go. Give me all the home teams instead. Give me Clippers at home. Give me Rockets at home as my upset of the day. Give me Pelicans at the crib, Spurs at home, Suns at home, Warriors at home, and Lakers at Staples. There you go. Fucking 6 games, all of them fucking at home. There you go. So there you go. That's some Sunday night basketball action for you. And then, by the way, Monday night, some more NBA bets. I'm fucking unloading. I'm fucking unloading the 50 cal. I'm squeezing the trigger on this clip tonight. On Monday night, basketball. Knicks at Celtics. Give me the Celtics. And then Bulls at Bucks. Give me the motherfucking Bucks. Yeah, give me the Bucks. And by the way, I would do that as a parlay. Give me a money line parlay. Monday night, give me a money line parlay. Here's a parlay of the week. Celtics money line, Bucks money line. Monday, basketball, NBA. Both teams are at home. Give me Boston at home, Bucks at home, NBA money line. And then for Sunday night, like I said, give me Clippers at home. Give me Rockets at home. Give me Pelicans at home. Spurs at home. Suns at home. Warriors at home. Lakers at home. It's up to you if you want to take the spread or the money line. And so there you go. Those are all my bets right there for basically the entire week. I gave you everything for football. I gave you everything for basketball. I gave you everything for Monday night. I gave you everything for Sunday night. And I gave you everything for Sunday afternoon. And I gave you everything for Sunday morning out there in bitch-ass Frankfurt, Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, those are all the bets. As far as what I'm doing personally, I'm still betting some of these games, just a little bit, cashing out the profits, and I'm already reinvesting it. I'm pulling out the money roll every time I cash a ticket from now until the rest of the year. Just to give you guys just, a heads up, I'm probably going to, come out with a clip like this probably next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, some shit. But I am taking profits, and I am already reinvesting it. And I'm buying more Bitcoin right now. I'm buying more crypto, more Bitcoin, more crypto, excuse me. And I'm investing in all that shit. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Polygon, fucking everything. I'm loading the boat on crypto. I think this rally is for real. I think this rally is legit. I think Bitcoin continues to go higher from now until the end of the year. And I want to make as much money as possible before Christmas. So it's not just sports betting to me. It's also investing, which is really where it's at the end of the game. That's the long game right there. So there you go. I am slowly but surely pulling out profits. We're making a lot of money betting on underdogs. We're making a lot of money on our teasers, on our parlays, on our straight bets, and we're doing a lot of action right now. But I'm cashing out these tickets and I'm taking out the profits. I'm reinvesting that shit, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, the podcast will continue. The podcast will keep going on. I'll keep giving you guys all of my plays, all of my analysis, and all my in-game thinking, all my fucking predictions, and all my fucking plays, straight heat, straight content. And I'll continue giving that shit out on a daily, weekly basis from now until the rest of the year, all the way throughout the postseason. 100% free, 100% transparent, and 100% motherfucking documented for the world to see. And, but again, I strongly recommend you guys, for those of you guys who are listening, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're cashing out your profits, make sure you're pulling out that money, that moolah, that feria, that dinero, and making sure you're reinvesting that shit, because crypto is the fucking future. AI is here. ChatGPT ain't going nowhere. It's here to stay forever. Artificial intelligence, automation, robotics, AI, machine learning, all that shit is real and it's happening every single day. And I want to make sure you guys, invest in that shit as much as possible before you get your fucking job replaced by an AI as soon as possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the motto. That's the feeling. That's the fucking mentality. Make sure you're investing. Make sure you're stacking. And make sure you're putting money into your motherfucking portfolios. Because I don't want you guys to have to go to work on Monday morning working for that bitch-ass supervisor at that bitch-ass company. Stop being a slave in this economy. Stop working on your hands and feet in this economy. And stop being someone else's bitch in this economy. Make sure you're not just gambling for fucking laughs and giggles. Make sure you're cashing out those profits and you're reinvesting that money. Otherwise, you're going to be a fucking slave in this economy to the day you fucking die. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for subscribing. And thank you guys for riding with the one, the only, the motherfucking general. Say it with me. Entertainment at the Sports Betting Mexican Podcast.